Hello and welcome back to Campusol TV's Home and Personal Security programme, Stay Safe. Every week we talk about a different aspect of your personal and property security. This week we're looking at personal security when you're out and about. To help us understand more, with me in the studio with over 10 years experience is our local Campusol expert in security, Greg Truman. Hi Greg.
Hi Louise, thanks for having me back.
You're welcome. Who do thieves target?
Anybody can be a target for thieves. There's no fast rule about who becomes a target. It could be anybody, okay. Not necessarily elderly people, anyone can be a target for thieves.
Okay, and where's one of the most prevalent places that people can be targeted? Is it bars, restaurants?
Yeah, bars, restaurants, anywhere where there's a gathering of people. And there are hotspots that I refer to as hotspots.
Right.
The markets, for example.
Okay.
Pickpockets paradise. Absolutely, because you're concentrating on, looking at what you want to buy. Or there's lovely things on the stalls that are laid out. You buy something, so you pull your wallet out, you pay for it. They know which pocket your wallet's in. You've obviously got cash.
Yeah.
Then you become a target.
Right.
So always keep your wallet inside. If you are spending cash, what I normally do in the market, I'll keep one wallet in one pocket, I'll have my hand on some cash in the other.
Right.
Not a lot of cash.
Okay.
You don't want to bring a big wallet of cash out,
No.
just enough cash, to get me by the market. So there's the markets are for me a hotspot. Bars and restaurants, also a hotspot, because you're relaxed. You're relaxed in the bar, you're relaxed in the restaurant. Unfortunately, ladies become more of a target in restaurants than men, because of their handbags.
Okay.
So my wife, guys, you can buy these things online. It's a little hook that sits on the table, and she puts her bag on that, so it's always with her. There's a big thing in Spain where ladies don't like to put their bags on the floor because it drains your cash, your wealth.
Yes, that's a...
So they like to keep their bags with them. Keep your bag with you at all times. If you can't have it on a little hook on the table, keep it between your legs, on your lap.
Put
put
the strap over your knee and
Never put it on the back of your chair. They go missing very, very quickly. You won't know it's gone.
And are bags the thing that are most taken in bars and restaurants, or is it phones? Or
anything you've got that's worth any money, they will target. They will take. So phones are an automatic target. You normally have it out sitting on your... They're too big to fit in your pocket, so you put it on the table next to you. Someone could come over and distract you, with anything, and have your phone away.
Right.
That normally happens outside of restaurants.
Right.
As you said in last week's programme, when you were sitting outside a restaurant.
Yeah.
What they normally do, they'll come and ask directions. They'll put a map right in front of you. I'm looking for this place. In the meantime, they're taking your phone. Again, and I can't drum this into people enough, personal space.
Yeah.
Don't let people get in your personal space, guys. If they do, don't be afraid to say back off. You're not being rude, you're protecting yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the key thing. Keep your distance. Yeah. Okay. And when you're out shopping as well, sort of shopping and trying on clothes in the changing rooms there, is that somewhere else that people need to be?
A handful of people, probably 4 or 5 people that have been a victim of this.
Right.
I won't mention the store they were in, obviously, but you take your clothes you want to try on into a changing room.
Yep.
9 times out of 10, there's no seat or chair or anything like that. So the bag goes on the floor. You're more interested in what you're trying on than having a look in the mirror to see if it looks nice, obviously. In the meanwhile, someone's under the curtain and taking your bag away.
Right, okay.
And I know 4 or 5 people that's heartbreaking for them, heartbreaking.
Well, they can't buy the clothes they've just tried on.
Exactly right,
so.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah.
On the beach as well, what happens?
Again, the beach is another hot spot. You've got to be really careful on the beach. Having said all this, enjoy yourself, obviously. You know, have fun, that's what you're here for.
Yeah.
But just be aware, if you are on the beach, again, it's all down to personal space. Be very careful, it's going to sound awful, but be very careful of kids on the beach, because a lot of these gangs will employ children.
Oh, okay.
Because you trust them. Oh, it's only a little boy.
Yeah.
They'll be trained on how to steal things.
Right.
So again, if anyone comes up to you, be very, very wary. I'm not saying don't be friendly, but just be aware that they could be a possible thief. Never leave your stuff unattended on the beach.
How do you go swimming?
Well, exactly. You have to do it in shifts, or leave somebody there that doesn't want to swim. You see it often. People who are in the sea, you'll see two towels together with personal belongings there. And you think, why have you done that? Don't do that, please. Don't do that. Oh, you can't take it with you, but you know, leave somebody there who doesn't want to swim or swim in shifts. I don't want to spoil anybody's fun, and you've got to have fun, but just be aware. You can't do that.
No.
Not everybody's lovely.
This is true. Mugging at night. What are the key things that you would suggest to people to try and avoid this situation?
Okay, a lot of people will walk home from bars, restaurants, etc. If you are going to walk home, try and walk in areas that are lit. Not always possible here on Campusole, but try and walk in areas that are lit. Try and avoid rows of parked cars or vans, etc., because people can jump out from behind them. If you're turning a corner, take the corner wide on the pavement so you can have a look first. If you leave a bar or restaurant, look both ways. Again, this is all, you're not being paranoid, you're just checking. You're aware.
Be aware of who's around you.
So you don't become a victim. Just be aware of who's around you. And I'll keep saying this, but you've got to be aware of who's around you.
One step ahead of the burglars.
If you think somebody's following you, and what I normally do, it's my thing, I hate being in a supermarket with somebody invading my space. It seems to happen a lot in supermarkets. So I'll either stop or I'll just turn around and walk the other way. If you stop dead and they stop dead with you, they're up to something. If they walk past you, then you can keep an eye on them. But that's a big thing for me, and people walking behind you in your personal space.
And at the till as well, sort of a lot of the time you're putting your shopping in the bags and somebody will walk up almost to the pin pad and stand there waiting. Something happened the other day to me, and I walked back and I just looked, I said, excuse me, I'd like to use the pin pad, and I made her reverse back because she was...
Don't be afraid to say that.
Yeah, she was in my space. She was in my area for that.
You're not being rude. That's your personal pin. So don't be afraid, guys. If you're in the supermarket and somebody can see your pin, ask them, do you mind stepping back? You don't have to be horrible. Do you mind stepping back while I use my pin number, please? Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, exactly. Totally different. Fake car breakdowns.
This is a thing. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, carry on.
They'll fake a breakdown. So there'll be somebody there with their car bonnet up. Might be a woman carrying a child. So you're going to think, oh, I'll pull in and see if they need assistance.
Or baby in a carry cot by the side.
Don't get out of your car.
Do
not, under any circumstances, get out of your car. If you can pull alongside them, wind the window down and ask them, if don't wind the window all the way down, ask them if they need assistance. You can then call assistance for them if they haven't got a phone. Never get out of your car. This sounds really rude, but if you get out of the car, then you're a target. That could be a scam for them to either steal your car, steal what's in it, mug you.
It could be in the middle of nowhere. You can't call for help.
No, it's really tempting. I was a lady on her own with a baby. What was I going to do? Of course, don't get out of your car. Stay in your car. And on the subject of cars, keep your door locked when you're driving along. Some cars lock automatically once you get up to a certain speed. If they don't, a lot of modern cars have a button inside, or you can press the button. Keep your car doors locked, because if you've got something on the back seat and you've stopped at a set of traffic lights, they'll open that back door and take it and be gone before you can get your seatbelt off. So keep your doors locked. Again, it's just being aware. And I know we all get into this, this is a lovely place, and this is a lovely place to live. These things happen all over the world. But just be a bit savvy, more savvy than they are, because they're savvy and switched on.
This happens mostly in towns, does it? Or
no,
is
anywhere.
It's anywhere?
It's not necessarily towns. If you're in a big city, obviously, then there's more chance of it happening. So if you go into Merthia, for example, again, be aware, it's a big city, thousands of people. The chance of you being targeted are much higher
Yes.
than they are here on Campusol, which it's very, very slim.
Yeah. And the public transport as well, because obviously you're on the public transport
You're
in
all squashed
Mercia,
in together,
squashed
so
in.
keep your. I tell my missus, keep your hand on your purse.
Yeah.
So keep your hands on. Make sure you know where everything is. Back pockets are always a no-no. If you're carrying a backpack, never get onto public transport with your backpack on.
Right.
Really, I've seen it happen.
Put it on the front rather than
Put
the back.
Put it on the front if you can, or hold it, carry it.
And
but I've
zip
seen
things
it happen
up
before. Because they'll unzip it and take whatever is in there,
right.
and you won't know.
No.
And you think, I've seen it happen, and I thought, come on, use some common sense.
Yeah, okay. Right, so going on to at home as well, so people knocking on the door. What are the things you need to just be aware of and do to prevent anything happening there?
Well, be aware, firstly, here in Spain, that it's illegal to cold call. You can't just knock on somebody's door.
Right.
And even doing my job, I can't knock on somebody's door and just enter through their gate. I have to wait to be invited in.
Yes.
So if you get a knock on the door at night time, obviously some people will have a garden gate first and then go onto a terrace. If you live in an apartment and your door opens up to a communal corridor or something like that, don't just open the door if you're not expecting somebody.
Okay.
Just in case it's somebody who's targeted you and wants whatever you've got in your house.
Right.
Get a peephole.
Yep.
If you haven't got a peephole, they can be fitted very, very cheaply.
Oh, can they?
Yes.
Okay.
In literally minutes, you can fit a peephole very, very cheaply. A lot of doors will have what we call a night latch, where you pull the bar across, the door will only open 2 or 3 inches.
Okay.
They're brilliant, and if you don't know who's at the door, put the night latch on before you open it.
Right.
You're not being rude, you're protecting yourself.
Yeah, and if you've got like a villa, you keep the gate shut.
Always.
Always keep the gate shut.
Yeah,
So
I
they have
drive
to
my
do
wife
the bell.
insane because I lock everything behind me.
Yeah.
I've got a big sliding gate which is locked. Walk into the front terrace, that door is locked
Yeah.
as well. So keep everything locked. So you, especially your front gate, I'll go to loads of places where I'll ring on the doorbell and they'll shout from the front door, gate's open.
Yeah.
Which is great. But then I think, well,
it's one less barrier, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
it's there for a reason. And that front gate is your first line of defence.
Yeah. And looking out the window as well, sort of if there's a door and then a window quite close, opening the window just a bit to look out is good, because then you're not opening the door. You can then quickly shut it.
House raids are very rare here in Spain, but they do happen.
Yeah.
They do happen. So you just got to be aware.
Okay. That's very good. Thank you very much.
You're
Again,
very
lots
welcome.
more information, and hopefully we've all learnt something today. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you at the same time next week with more information on how you can feel safe and stay safe. Bye.